Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. Today is Thursday, April 28th. We are talking with SBR contributor Dana Lane. We're going to take a look at the only playoff game on the NHL card tonight, Pitt and Washington. Dana Lane, thanks for being back with us. This is an interesting game. The Capitals obviously won the President's Trophy, but the Penguins, after Sullivan took over, were maybe the best team in hockey. They're playing really fast, and in the playoffs, it looked like that they're every bit as good as Washington, if not maybe even a little bit better. Their depth is really impressive. Washington has a few injuries that might play into that might be a factor here. And on the special teams, both teams were great in round one. So I'm seeing this series is likely to be very even. I might even give a small edge to Pittsburgh. And in game one, I'd be leaning to Pittsburgh at about plus 115 market wide. Dana Lane, you disagree with that? What's your take on this game?
Well, I think what's happening is I think a lot of the bettors are going on the Pittsburgh Penguins side just due to the fact that, A, they think there's some revenge factor from 7 years ago, which is non-existent really, because if there was some revenge factor, it certainly would have been done during the regular season.
Yeah.
And the regular season produced another Pittsburgh victory. In fact, the Penguins have won 4 out of the last 6 games from the Washington Capitals. I do think, Pete, I think it's going to take about a period to adjust to the speed of the Pittsburgh Penguins. I know you and I both like to play first periods.
Yeah.
So I think after playing the Philadelphia Flyers, I think it's going to take about a period to adjust to the Penguins' speed. So I do like the Penguins at plus $1.07, which are getting the better of the line. I do like them at a plus $1.07 in the first period.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well, and I actually did bet that. I got plus 105 at Heritage. So yeah, you think that Pittsburgh on the first period is much better than Pittsburgh on the full game? You think that Washington will make adjustments the second and third period and be likely to win this game?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with the potential of Brooks Orpik coming back, he's going to give him some depth on the back end. But with all new players coming back to the lineup, Pete, I never like to jump the gun just because a name is coming back into a lineup, because both teams still have to reestablish themselves with each other, meaning the player and the team that they're coming back to. And I think it takes a while for that. For that to occur. So yes, I do think Pittsburgh is going to have a great first period and play extremely well. But I do think as the game goes on, I think you'll see the Washington Capitals eventually win this game.
All right, sounds good. So your pick on this one is Pittsburgh on the first period line. For anyone who's thinking about betting the total, though, do you have anything to say about that? The total right now is 5 minus 120. Obviously, Pittsburgh plays very fast, very speedy. They can be explosive offensively, but Holtby awesome in goal for Washington, and they can play a tough, physical game themselves. So I'm not sure that the over 5 is the right side here. I have no sense of the total right now. What's your sense of it, if anything?
I think it's worth a look, Pete, at the first period over at 1.5 plus $1.25. I could definitely see where this could be maybe a 2-0 game at Pittsburgh at first, and even at worst it'd be 1-1. So we get the push on the first period money. But just keep in mind, Matt Murray, this is the first time he's this deep into the second round, and the one thing I worry about with him is he's a tall guy, but he's not a big guy. And at 6'2", he's barely over 175 pounds. And I just worry about his stamina and his energy level as the series goes on. You might see him with a little bit of nerves tonight, but I definitely at worst can see a 1-1 first period, which would get us the plus money on the 1.5 over. Unfortunately, it would give us the push on Pittsburgh in the first period, but at $1 plus $1.25, that'd be a better payoff.
All right, excellent analysis, Dana Lane. Dana Lane's recommended play on this one is Pittsburgh first period at about plus 105. Dana Lane, thanks so much.
Thank you, Pete. Appreciate your time.